Hey, it's JC1424 once again with another album review, and today we're going to be talking about the 2020 album by 10 Years, and that is Violent Allies. This is the second album I'm hearing from this band since I started keeping up with them. Of course, the previous one was How to Live as Ghosts, and that was the first in 2017. I didn't really care for that album that much. It all just kind of blended together in a bland way, although there's a bunch of individual songs on the album that I really love, like The Messenger, Novocaine, Phantoms. Blood Red Sky was my third or second favorite song of 2017, and ended with a song called Insomnia. I love Insomnia. It's such a beautiful symphony to end off the album. But I started listening to these guys in 2013, like my sophomore year of high school, because I was scrolling through a forum called PSP Ghetto for your PlayStation Portable. You can download games, movies, TV shows, and stuff like that. That doesn't even exist anymore. But some guy said they remastered this song called Waking Up by 10 Years. I'd never even heard of the band. So I listened to his remaster, which actually ruined the entire song. It sounded like garbage. It was all just shit. It sounded like they shat on the song. So I looked up the original song, and then I went from there. The Autumn Effect and all the 10 Years music, and I've heard almost all of their music at this point. Or at least all of their studio albums. But let's get into this. The first song on the album is The Shift. It was the lead single. I have to admit, I wasn't really too impressed with this one, but it's a good one. It's got lots of crushing and punchy guitars in there. Jesse, he gets more frustrated energy out than usual vocally on this track. And it's actually written about a predictable transition from Peace to Riots, and it was recorded before they actually started happening. And you can tell that just because it came out so soon after they began. There's no way they wrote a song that actually doesn't have bad lyrics within a couple weeks.
We go from silence to sirens without a space between.
The second song on this album is The Unknown. I think it was another one of the singles, and it's my favorite on here. It's also got to be one of my favorites of the entire year. It's just got such chilling harmonies, anthemic power, and it feels like a release of tension. It confronts our problems and the damages caused by them with so much hope. And it's a great follow-up to the opening track as well, with the contrast in its sound to that one.
Miles from where we were, lost in a wanderlust.
Waiting is the third song on this album, and I can very much relate to the level of miserable emptiness that this song describes. The guitar tones kick so much ass, and its gritty style really pulls together the expression of anger that this song has. The song in itself just doesn't seem to have an articulate structure or vocal effort, in my opinion. Track 4 is Deja Vu, and I think this was the third single released before the rest of the entire album. Although it's short, it is just packed with all kinds of admirable elements. You've got the verses rolling through with the smooth keyboard hiding the back, and just along that you've got this edge of Jesse's slight whisper in there, and the chorus comes in like a freaking powerful battle cry. The guitar and the fiery screams are just killing it. And while the songwriting on this song is a bit limited, it definitely does follow up well on The Shift. Song number 5 is Without You, and I get the feeling this song isn't solely supposed to be about leaving someone, but also breaking free from some kind of curse, which in some circumstances can be the same thing. But anyways, one thing I want to add here is that the opening guitar loop has this rich tone, and it reminds me of the outro of another song that came out this year called Blood Money by Poppy. So whenever I hear the outro of that song, I think of the intro of this song. I hear the intro of this song, I think of the outro of that song, and it's just a total freaking conundrum. Maybe I should do a little mixture, try to mix them together at the end of the video if I feel like it. Be a little extra little skit for you. But the overall atmosphere to this song in particular is intended to be refreshing, but there is this additional burst of aggressive energy in the chorus that is supposed to just give off that satisfaction of justice.
If I beg for mercy, would you set me free? I need to know.
Cut the Cord is the 6th song on this album, and it is not a Shinedown cover. I don't know why the hell I thought it would be, but when I saw it in the track listing, I was hoping for some reason. The drums have this Avenged Sevenfold approach to it, you know, like the Rev used to do, where the adrenaline just paves the way to the guitar. And by the way, rest in peace, I loved the Rev, he was awesome. The main riff is wild and diabolical on this song. But then you got these soft electronics in the verses to distort the guitar in some kind of sweet way. And at this point, you know, obviously they sound nothing like Avenged Sevenfold. But for a bit they did whenever it started off. And I guess I can relate to the song in some way, just because it's about reaching a breaking point after having ignored your own problems for too long. Tracks 7 through 11, we're going to go ahead and call the Earth to Mars section of the album. It begins with Planets 3, the third planet from the sun, of course, being us, Earth. It's a double guitar ensemble written in 3/4 time signature, and it's got a few eerie effects in there just to portray a starry night sky, you know, have that kind of imagery within the sound, and it's definitely a beautiful one. I think I like this one more than I like the other ensemble that ends this section. But this one journeys right into the first song. Sleep in the Fire, a furious storm of metal that is adapted from the opening act. It's focused on facing problems that have been long ignored, as a final straw moment, if you will. And it goes through all the dynamic motions of a devastating separation of two parties. Up next, I Wish is definitely my second favorite song on the entire record. It's a progressive grunge track with a gorgeous vocal and galactic background. And this background just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger. It's so progressive, and it just builds up. It's like a freaking shooting star going through the damn galaxy. And it's like fingers crossed, hoping things get better. And that's the theme of this song. And then you got Start Again, the final song of this segment. I get the concept of this song is about uncertainty and leftover insecurity. But for the topic at hand, I just personally feel the song is too slow and the guitar chords are just way too long and drawn out. And alone, this song, it's good, but I would only call it okay whenever I listen to the entire album, because I've already heard so much other stuff similar to this. And then to end it all, we've got Planets 4, a 4/4 time signature acoustic and piano ensemble. Then, of course, the fourth planet from the sun is Mars. It's where I got this name. I'm pretty sure it's duh for anybody. Earth and then Mars. But this one is more calm and steady than the intro was. This outro here has a violin and this synthy-ish organ at some points in the background that really stand out. But this does build up to the final song on the album, which I'll talk about in a little bit. But overall, I would rate this whole section here like an 8.5 out of 10, which is somewhere between good and great. Like, it's not great, but it's better than good. And that's just how I feel about it. And mainly it's because of Start Again, because I think that Sleep in the Fire it's a great song, and then I Wish is amazing. I fucking love I Wish. My second favorite song on the album. And then you've got Start Again, and I feel like it really drags down the whole section. Of course, you've got the two ensembles, and they can only do so much. They do what they gotta do. They're both pretty damn good. I like the first one more than the second one, though.
I wish I knew just how we became such strangers now, fading out.
Say Goodbye is the final song on this album, and that is track 12. It's a lyrical and emotional work of art about closure and denial. You have this electric and acoustic guitar ambience here, plus a heartbeat-like drum pattern. And then the background has lots of reverb and echoes in there. And all together, all of this, it really creates that feeling, that euphoric feeling you get whenever something is ending, like a movie, like rolling the credits, that big ending kind of thing. But at the same time, it's sad. It's the kind of ending that makes you want to cry. And that is the feeling I actually get from this song. It really takes me away. I would give this song not a 10 out of 10, but a 9 out of 10. I got two 10 out of 10s, and that's The Unknown and I Wish, of course. And I think I've got a few other like 9 out of 10s here and there, like Sleep in the Fire, I give that a 9 out of 10. But so many of these tracks were 8, and then there was just one that I would give a 7, and that was Start Again. Why can't I remember the name of that song? I don't even want to start trying to remember it. Oh my God. But my final score of this album, Violent Allies by 10 Years, released in 2020, is an 87%, which is not a B minus or a B plus. It's just a solid B, just normal B. And I would give their previous album, How to Live as Ghosts, either a B minus or a C plus. Like, there was a bunch of songs in there that I really liked, but whenever you listen to the album as a whole, I just feel like it kind of drained me, and I didn't get enough enjoyment out of it. This one, all the way through, it's totally there. It's also very intriguing, the whole Earth to Mars segment. It's kind of like he's saying, Earth to Mars to himself and trying to get into his own head, because like he's off in a whole other world with this relationship with someone else, whether it's a loved one or boyfriend, girlfriend, however you want to look at it. It can be looked at in a bunch of different ways. Something that does confuse me is how we start this album off talking about recent matters and controversies going on in the world. Riots and violence, and how we're the virus, and then how we need to keep hope and the great unknown. And then suddenly we're talking about going Earth to Mars. This is the Elon Musk project here. I don't fucking know. Thank you, 10 Years, and all you guys in the band. I actually love that 46 and 2 cover that was done by the other members. And Jesse, he had not much of a part of that. But yeah, then they had the Silent Night cover they did for Christmas. I love that cover. It's awesome. So much fun. But it's a great album. I need to get this on CD because I'd rather have this than How to Live as Ghosts. Instead, I only have How to Live as Ghosts. But see you next time. That's that. And album review over.
I know you said don't cry, and we all see the light, but I deny the sun is setting in your eyes.
Alright, I'm not freaking crazy. Y'all gonna see this shit. Okay, this is Poppy, Blood Money. There's all the audio right there. This is the whole song, but that's just the outro. I cut it so the outro is right there. So we're gonna move the rest of the song, and now it's gonna go over there. Let's go to Import Media. I'm gonna go to the 10 Years folder. That's where it is. Without You. That's what the song is. The intro of this song matches perfectly with the outro of that song. The tempo is like, I don't know, 10 faster in Without You by 10 Years. So if I slow down the audio just a little bit, it'll fit freaking perfectly. And the drums will come in while the other song is ending or some shit. Let's go down here. First off, let's remove this thing, the extra space at the beginning of that. Fine, we'll go with 97. That should be good enough. Zoom out. All right. I'm not crazy. I'm not freaking crazy.